us in.
We will return to our regularly scheduled program.
Please stand by for further details.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hello, and welcome to episode number 16 of Tyler and Lynch on Standby. Still on standby, still nothing to report. We swear there's stuff happening. Like we're not.
There is.
Yeah, we're not
lying
homeless.
to you.
We're not homeless, but we can't say anything yet. It's coming, okay? It's all coming together. And still on the Chad Kroger front, Alexi, no update?
No.
Yeah, no one's heard from
Really,
Chad.
hey? Nothing?
No,
Those are the
nothing.
two major updates to get out of the way. Thank you very much for watching. Please rate, review, subscribe, comment, leave a thumbs up, tell your friends, all that kind of stuff. Big thank you to 604 and the Comedy Here Often Podcast Network. I want to get into it. If you're not in BC, then this I don't know if you know this. BC doesn't get that many lightning storms.
No,
We
not
had
on the coast.
Crazy lightning storm last night, which was so awesome. The rain was coming down. Like we're used to the rain, but I've been here for like 4 years, and I think I've seen lightning like 3-4 times, maybe
very
like once
rare.
a year. Whereas like when we were in Calgary or even growing up in Ontario, you get lightning storms all the time. So it's so nice. It's so relaxing.
It was like a prairie lightning storm last night.
Yeah. And it got me to thinking, I don't think any of us here are on the dating apps, right?
No.
No? Okay. If you're on the dating apps,
I am.
you are?
Yeah, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Which one?
Tinder.
Okay. Was Tinder lit last night?
Oh, I should have checked.
Because I came across this trend called #StormThirst, and it's specifically people who get horny during lightning storms.
What?
Yeah, it's like a real thing. Apparently, lightning storms for a lot of people are like an aphrodisiac. And then I was like, I don't have any of the dating apps, but I was like, I wonder if there's more activity on dating apps during lightning storms. So you weren't on there last night, so you didn't see.
No.
If you're watching or listening and you were, please email us, tylerandlynch@gmail.com. Was there more horny people because of the lightning?
God, the prairies must be horny every night at around 5 o'clock. Because that's when the storms hit, when it's hot all day long.
Right.
They roll in right around supper time. And man.
Yeah, you have yourself a couple prairie oysters and watch the lightning. Next thing you know, you're ready to go. Look up the hashtag #StormThirst. It's people that post sexy photos during the storms. Like it's all that. And then it led me down this wormhole. And we've kind of talked about this on the radio show before, but there are some unusual fetishes out there because the whole storm thirst thing is like you get horny for a person because of the storm. Whereas there's people who are genuinely sexually attracted to the storm itself, which is a whole different fetish.
Yeah.
And then I found this article. It's 46 sexual fetishes you've never heard of. Do you want to go through some of them?
Yeah, please.
They all have names that I can't pronounce. Actorastia
Okay.
is the arousal to the sun's rays. Some people just masturbate to the sun.
Can you imagine living in California and you had that? It's like sunny all the time.
Or that's why they moved there. Agalamatophilia.
You're butchering it.
Yeah.
We know.
These names are not going well. That's the arousal to statues. Instead of saying the names, I'm just going to read what they are. There's autoplushophilia.
Is that for
Arousal to oneself dressed as giant cartoon-like stuffed animal.
Isn't that just like a furry?
Yeah, but you're attracted to yourself as a furry, not another person.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's this one here, which is arousal to caverns, crevices, and valleys. What about this one? Climacophilia, the arousal to falling down stairs.
What?
Oh my!
Have you ever fell
God.
downstairs? It's not arousing.
No, I
No.
fell down the stairs recently. It's not fun. Arousal to feces. That makes
That's
sense.
sick.
Yeah. Arousal to insects. What the fuck?
Oh my
To
God.
insects?
Arousal to the elderly. Arousal to sex in front of mirrors. Arousal to being tickled. Arousal to stone and gravel. That's lithophilia.
To stone and gravel?
Yeah.
So you just like for a date go to the gravel pit?
Yeah, check out my
Oh my God, I can't even
pit.
control myself right now.
You're just at the quarry. You become a miner for the wrong reasons. You're like, what is that?
He really loves his job.
I wonder what the name, it's not on the list. I wonder what the name for like being attracted to lightning is. Lightnophilia? Flash lightning feel. It's probably some scientific thing I can't say. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, please, if you're on the dating apps, did the storm make the dating apps more horny? Let us know, tylerandlynch@gmail.com.
odd.
It's fascinating. We get a message from Deborah, though. The ginger beef saga continues. She says, "Oh my God, Lynch, you just made me spew coffee out my nose all over my bathroom mirror. I have a holder that I put my phone in so I can watch you two in the mornings as I get ready." Well, thank you, Deborah. When you mentioned that you thought of rinsing off the ginger beef, my mom does shit like that. Thank you for making my morning once again. I'm still laughing. My mom is the worst. She will order French fries or anything fried, then she'll sit at the table, wrap them in napkins to get any extra grease out that might be left in. She also claims that the salt is too spicy.
See, okay, right there, somebody's got a worse spice than I do.
Yeah. You'll do salt.
I love salt.
I've seen you put down some French fries. I've also never seen you wrap them in napkins to get rid of the grease. That's another level.
No, salt's not spicy.
No, it's salt.
Yes.
it's not a spice.
That makes me feel better.
You all are weird. Here's
What
the
do
deal.
you mean you're all
if
weird?
If you don't like spicy, just stop ordering the ginger beef. It's not the ginger beef's fault. That's what the dish is.
But there's we're getting into this again?
No.
There are milder versions of ginger beef that I do enjoy.
We're not getting into it. Just stop ordering the ginger beef. It's too spicy for you. It's too spicy for Deborah's mom. Deborah, thank you so much for listening and the message. Let's move on. I'm done with the ginger beef. It's frustrating. You sent me a picture.
Yes, I did.
I don't know if you saw this picture, Alexi. We posted it on Instagram. You came across a jet ski that had a sticker on the side that said, "I eat ass."
In big black stenciled letters.
Right on the side of the jet ski. And I've seen those stickers before, those bumper stickers. There was actually a Florida story where some guy like got pulled over and ticketed because he had an "I eat ass" bumper sticker and it was inappropriate, but he like refused to take it down and then thought it was like infringing on his rights, and it got all the way to like he took it to court, and then he ended up winning as far as I know, and he was allowed to keep the "I eat ass" bumper sticker. So you hear those stories out of the States, and I don't know, out of all the places in Canada too, Vancouver was the last place I thought I would see an "I eat ass" sticker. And on a jet ski, of all things. Like, it's one thing on like a big F-350 pickup truck with Alberta plates or something here camping. You're like, I expect that. But a jet ski? Like,
it was odd. It kind of, I had to do a double take.
Yeah. So you saw this, and I want to do a bit of a guessing game. Let's try and guess what you saw the individual as well. I want to guess what the individual looks like and what the individual is driving to tow the jet ski.
Okay.
Fun game. I'm going to go first. Alexi, get your guesses prepared, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to say that the guy looked like me. Like a little like me. Like the very generic white guy haircut. I'm going to say he was more muscular, probably a gym goer. I'm going to say he was wearing like a UFC shirt.
Okay.
Or some sort of like tap out gear, you know, like some sort of MMA gear as the shirt. Shorts, flip-flops, sunglasses that were definitely Oakley's. That's my look. Okay? Now, Alexi, what do you picture when you see an "I eat ass" bumper sticker?
I honestly kind of pictured something really similar to that.
Yeah.
But he's got really, really threaded eyebrows. Like really, you know, those guys with the really groomed eyebrows?
Yes.
Like that.
Overly groomed eyebrows.
Yeah, he's definitely got
that.
that.
I couldn't see his eyebrows, so I don't know if they were threaded because they were covered in Oakley's.
Oakley's,
So
I knew it.
Tyler was right on that one.
Oakley's, the sunglasses of eating ass.
He was
You just
wearing.
throw them on the back of your head when you're doing it. That's all.
Hold on a second. There we go. He was wearing flip flops. He was wearing shorts.
Okay.
He was a bit muscular.
I nailed
The
it.
shirt was off a little bit.
Okay.
The shirt was a see-through mesh shirt.
Oh, cool.
Tank
Yeah,
top?
cool.
Tank top,
Yes,
full sleeve?
yes.
Mesh tank top.
Yeah.
That's a look. Yeah.
And I couldn't see what his hair was like because he was wearing a captain's hat.
Oh.
A
I
captain's
A
hat.
captain's hat.
Well, I guess when you're taking
The ship out.
the ship out to sea.
The eating ass ship.
I like this guy. He sounds cool.
Yeah.
I bet you'd find him on Tinder.
Yeah, he's definitely on there. And it's definitely a photo of him with his jet ski. So like you're going to know. Who wouldn't want to date a guy with a jet ski? And I mean, and he eats ass. What a good guy.
It wasn't the newest jet ski, though. It was a little bit older.
Right.
So that'll give you a perspective of what he was driving.
Okay, next round of guessing. What was he driving vehicle-wise? I'm going to say it was a Ford pickup truck, and it had stickers on it as well. Maybe a Monster Energy logo. I'm going to say probably a too bright of a color, like a red. Yeah, a red Ford pickup truck is my guess.
I'm actually picturing, now that you said the mesh shirt and the hat, I'm seeing something like a smaller, like Mazda truck with like those 90s decals.
Yes.
Decal?
Yes.
Like with
I hope you're
the
right.
fluorescent on the sides?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish it was that.
Oh.
He was driving a faded, it almost looked like a blue
Okay.
Dodge Ram, like the old Dodge Rams
Right.
when they came out with the new design for the hood and stuff.
Right.
He was driving one of those with a trailer that looked like it was going to fall off.
I was so close. I should have went Dodge. Cheaper.
Yes.
Cheaper than Ford. I don't even know if that's right. I know nothing about vehicles. Faded blue pickup truck, though. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Any stickers?
I couldn't tell if he had stickers or not. Just
Tinted
the way he was
windows?
angled. Oh, 100% tinted windows.
Yeah, real
like
dark.
full dark
Yeah,
tinted windows.
Well, when you're eating ass in the back seat.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
An extended cab as
Yeah,
well.
BC plates or out of
I
province?
couldn't tell, but I would imagine yes.
Yeah, because the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's someone who's probably under that like interior or island category of rippy, the redneck hippie. I feel like that person's not from Vancouver,
No,
right?
I'm going to say Chilliwack.
Yeah, somewhere out towards the valley.
Hope?
Yeah.
It's all coming together. It all makes sense.
Yeah,
though.
made sense.
What a bold move.
It wa-
That's also, speaking of chuggy, very chuggy. Eating ass jokes. Those are 2-3 years old now. No one's making eating ass jokes
when
anymore.
you stencil it on the side of your CD, you can't just like take that off because the skill is going to be faded in there that says "I eat ass."
Right, it's going to be all sun faded
Yeah.
and water faded, even if you get rid of it. The resale value on this jet ski is way down. He did not consider that. Did you see him actually go out in the water?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
And so he left his Sea-Doo there, ripped it up on shore a little bit so he could drive the truck back. Went back out, and in the area where the boat launched, you're not supposed to go fast.
Right.
And there's like a Coast Guard station like right there. And he just ripped the hell out of there, and they honked the horn at him to tell him to slow down. But I don't think he heard it because he was blasting hardcore EDM on his way out,
Oh,
which
man.
topped everything. It was the best.
So good.
It's actually Dead Mouse.
Yeah. I could see him doing that.
Me too.
I've heard stories about Dead Mouse.
So have I. Not great. Huh. Well, that's quite the sight. An I Eat Ass bumper sticker in the wild on a jet ski in Vancouver. Good spot.
Yeah,
That's
it was a
good
great spot.
Yeah, that's a good people watch.
Yeah.
And a bold move on his part, but all the power to you. Enjoy your jet ski ride if you're seeing this. We're big fans. Maybe they listened to us in the truck between EDM tracks.
You know, you could email us at tylerlynch@gmail.com.
If you're the Eat Ass Sea-Doo guy, send us an email, please. We'd love to interview you. tylerandlynch@gmail.com. You sent me some news stories this morning.
Yes.
And should we start it with the clip or should we tell the story? Because she does kind of explain
I
it.
kind of just think you started with the clip.
Okay, here's clip one. And I've heard of this happening before, but never with this specific type of surgery. So we're just going to play the clip and we'll get into it.
I woke up this morning. I didn't do anything different. I had breakfast. I didn't really talk to my housemates because Lexi had gone to work already, and Sasha, I don't think she was up before I left. I took a shower, and I usually sing when I'm showering and listening to songs, and all of a sudden I was talking in an Irish accent, and I thought initially that was just something I was just hearing, that this can't be real, and now I can't shake it. I just did a job interview in an Irish accent when I've never been to Ireland. can your friends tell me that my accent is from a cool part of Ireland or not? It's totally not normal, and I'm on my way to the hospital. Steward is coming soon, and I'll keep you posted. Send help.
So this is a series of viral TikTok videos. This woman in Australia, she's Australian. She's an Asian Australian. And she went viral. She got her tonsils removed. And this is 10 days after the surgery. She just woke up and she can't stop talking in an Irish accent. She's never been to Ireland. She's had an Aussie accent for the past 20 years, she said. And she moved to like Australia when she was like a little kid. And since then, she's met with doctors to try and figure out what happened. And they said that they basically told her just to wait it out in hopes that like it'll eventually go away. That was
Some
their
good
solution.
advice.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know what to do about this. So then she gave an update the next day, and like she still got it.
Hi, I'm making this video to document the second day of something that's happened to me yesterday. That was very weird. I woke up with an Irish accent, and I've never been to Ireland before. I spent the whole day yesterday freaking out about why this is happening to me, and I went to the hospital, and I also called my specialist and asked them why this is happening, and they couldn't provide any answers. They just told me to just sit tight and let the body heal after my tonsil surgery last Monday, about 9 to 10 days ago. And at this stage, I don't think it's going to get better, because this morning I woke up with an Aussie accent and I was so happy. I called one of my best friends and I told her that I have my accent back, but during that phone call, in the space of about 5 to 10 minutes, my accent was deteriorating and it was changing from an Aussie accent to an Irish one, which is completely baffling. And I've never been to Ireland before. It's totally bizarre. It's finally happened. I went to the shops to ask for directions to go somewhere, and the person just looked at me like I had a pink front tooth. Why is an Asian lady making sounds and talking funny like this? And I looked at him and I tried to keep a straight face, because I can see in his face he was trying to hide his disbelief without trying to ask why I am talking like this. I hope I get some answers. I'm still waiting to hear back from my specialist again. And this time I'm going to press him about what happened to the other person that he knows of under his care that also developed an Irish. During that phone call, in the space of about
There we go. So that's the
wow.
whole
God.
situation.
Can you imagine that? And this
got-
has been going on for a while.
Yeah, like she's gone on a couple weeks now of having to talk with this Irish accent, and I don't know what to make of this story. Is she making this all up? Is this all for TikTok views? You know, like it did go
She's
viral on
got
TikTok.
millions of views
Yeah.
on these videos.
But
That's
then
the
the
thing.
accent, you're like, I don't know. It's not even like that great of an Irish accent. Like it
Yeah.
sounds a little fake, but like, what is this? You know what I mean?
There's been medical conditions though.
Well, that's what I looked up. There's a Wikipedia article on this. It's called foreign accent syndrome. And basically, foreign accent syndrome usually results from a stroke, but can also develop during head trauma, migraines, or developmental problems. The condition might occur due to a word I can't say. Basically, I've heard of these stories happening before, and we've talked about them on the radio before. I think there's the number was they have like 150 cases around the world of someone going through this, but it's all after like brain surgery or something to do with your brain, which then like it's weird, but you could see how like messing with your brain could trigger that.
This is their tonsils.
Yeah, getting your tonsils removed though, like that doesn't change anything in your brain. Like I don't understand if she's being legit or if she's just making this up.
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
You hear those stories about people getting like brain surgery, coming out and then being able to play like classical piano.
Yeah, like learning a crazy skill.
And I've never played piano before, but now I'm a master.
What about that video of the lady who's getting brain surgery and she's awake for it? Like you have to be awake, and then they're doing something that has to do with your like fine motor skills. So they got her to like, she's playing violin as they operate on her brain so they can see how it's like,
Whoa.
how that's like triggering parts of her brain. So she's like, yeah, she's playing violin while getting her head is wide open. Like it's a wild video.
Like Hannibal Lecter must just
Yeah.
be salivating at that.
But this tonsil surgery. I know a lot of people have got their tonsils removed. No one's woke up with an accent. I don't know if I could trust this.
Would you hate this if you woke up with an accent?
I was actually thinking about that. Yes, I think so, because it would drastically affect my career. But if I didn't like speak for a living, then I think it would be awesome. Right?
Depending what accent though. What if you had like a Southern accent, like a gross, dirty Southern accent?
What's wrong with what? Why are you making fun of Southern accents?
I'm just saying, there's those ones where you can't even, like the guy from Waterboy.
Right? Yeah.
You know?
A real like down on the bayou.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a real Louisiana accent.
Like,
See, drastically would affect our careers. I don't think many people would be listening to that podcast.
We wouldn't have any updates for you.
Yeah, maybe the first podcast back after where you're like, whoa, this happened to Tyler, but then you'd be done. Like you would be continuously listening to that accent. If you could have any accent in the world, what would you want?
I like the British accent.
British.
Yeah.
Too posh for me. Seems a little pretentious. Depends on, I guess, like what type of British, like Cockney or like fancy London.
Fancy London.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go
I like
full,
full fancy London.
Okay. Alexi, you have an accent that?
I like a Manchester accent.
Both of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. What about you?
I don't know. I feel like I look like I should have a German accent.
Shiza.
Don't I look like I should have a German
nose.
accent? That's not my favorite, but I just feel like it fits my whole vibe. Right? Especially this haircut.
Yeah.
It really does. I like a New Zealand accent. I find it's like a mix of like, not quite as like harsh as Australian. It's like a Australian English combo almost, I find. I like that. So maybe that, but yeah, I think German is mine.
German, eh?
Yeah. Did I ever tell you the story about the time? So I got this haircut.
Yeah.
It's the only haircut I can get, okay? I have boring hair. I can't do anything with it. It doesn't grow properly. It's got to stay like this. It's just the way it is. And I went and did a comedy show, and the comic who went on after me, it was like an open mic, and she went up and she was like, "Give it up for the last comic, Richard Spencer." And then I didn't know who Richard Spencer was. So I just and I like clapped and like basically just agreed that I was a white supremacist to the whole audience. And then like I went outside and I was like, "Richard Spencer? Who's Richard Spencer?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's that like neo-Nazi guy that got punched in the face on the news."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, cool. Thanks. Thanks for calling me Richard Spencer." And it makes sense. I do. That's the worst part of it, is like I do kind of look like him. Like, and there's just nothing. I can't buy tiki torches, you know? Like my patio's just poorly lit. I'm stubbing my toe all the time. And this is just the haircut they give me, okay? You know, like
you
I
don't
just
go and ask for anything.
They're like they just give me this cut. Like I don't know where like the KKK hangs out, but I feel like a good place to check would be Great Clips. like just in the back, because Great Clips is handing these haircuts out left, right, and center to everybody, and they all have this haircut. They do, right? It's a real problem.
Don't shave a mustache, please. Just keep this here.
Your saving grace is the beard connection here.
Yeah.
Which is barely there. Richard Spencer, that was really funny.
I love how you agreed.
I didn't know who he was. It was just, I'm dumb. I'm not paying attention. We got another voice memo here. This one came in from Anna. TylerandLynch@gmail.com. Once again, we were talking a couple episodes ago. I couldn't tell you the number, about worst job experiences. And we said, "What's your worst job?" Send us in a story about that. So that's what she sent in.
Hello, Tyler and Lynch. My name is Anna, and I live in Airdrie, Alberta.
Shout out.
You guys asked to send in some terrible job experiences, and while I've had many over the last few years, there is one job in particular that really stands out to me, and that was when I was working in a hostel in Australia cleaning toilets full-time for 4 months. And during my time, I had to clean up a lot of mystery bodily fluids that were on the sides of showers and on the ground, like all kinds of terrible things. But the most memorable one was when I walked into a toilet stall and I noticed that the toilet seat cover was down, and on top of it was this big shit, or what was left of this big shit. So I can only imagine what the thought process was, but someone must have taken a big dump and didn't realize that the toilet seat was down. And then I'm guessing that when they turned around, they went to flush and it was there, staring back at them on this seat cover. And the most interesting part of this, though, was that the shit was only partially there because the person, I guess, used their hands. Like, there was claw marks of them scraping this gigantic shit into the toilet. And it didn't really go back into the toilet. It was, like, kind of on the floor. And from what I could tell, there was no toilet paper used because it was just, like, these hand marks that they tried to rake their shit back into the toilet, mostly unsuccessfully. And there was also no toilet paper in the stall, so it looked like they were in a great state of panic. But anyways, that was fun and traumatic to clean. I have many stories, such as throwing a guy out of a shower while he was showering and cleaning up used condoms that were left by staff members. But that was by far the most memorable one.
Oh my God.
So that story was from Anna, and that so far is easily the worst job experience we've received.
Yeah.
If you could beat that, feel free to email us, but I don't know if you can beat cleaning toilets in a hostel. Ugh.
Hostels just period are gross.
Now, let's break down, what do you think actually happened to the person in this story? How do you shit on the closed lid and not notice it's happening? Like, first off, you're hovering, right? Like, I guess you're doing the hover.
I guess.
Which would make sense.
You don't want to
Hostel,
touch the
toilet.
seat.
Yeah. Maybe you're like, oh, it's a little gross. So you're hovering. So maybe that's the only way you wouldn't physically feel the difference, right? Like, as if you're just hovering over. But like, you didn't even look. Maybe
it was dark.
Like, especially in Australia, there's like spiders and snakes and shit that could kill you. I'd be checking every toilet before I sat down on anything. There's terrible stories of like tarantulas crawling out of toilets and snakes coming up and like biting people's dicks and stuff.
Oh,
There's
God.
one guy in Australia that happened to twice.
Yeah.
In 3 months, a snake came out of the toilet and bit him twice.
I'd be moving.
So I'm checking the toilet first off in Australia at any point, but this person somehow doesn't notice, shits on the top, then doesn't notice that there's no toilet paper before they start either.
That's one of the first things you check.
Yeah, like especially in a public stall, you can't call for help there. Like, you're looking to see if there's toilet paper.
You can't just turtle around either looking for toilet paper at that
Right,
point.
because there's none there.
No.
You can't get into the supply closet. You're not the janitor. You don't work there. You got to check that stuff. So they've missed the seat. They've missed there's no toilet paper. They then realize what they've done. I'm imagining they realize there's no toilet paper first. They go to wipe and they're like,
It's like, uh-oh.
And then they notice that they shit on the seat.
I think you notice the seat first.
Like when the first part of the story, I was like, maybe this person did it on purpose, you know? But then the like trying to clean it up makes it really seem like it was an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing that on purpose, you're just leaving it there.
Yeah, that's the joke or whatever you think it is. But the cleaning up of it really does make me think like it was a pure accident, but I just don't get how that accident happens. I can't fathom it.
It's like a bridesmaid's, like, it's happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really is. That's horrendous.
Also, the other stories. I want to know why she had to kick a dude out while he was mid showering.
Yeah. What was he doing? Yeah.
Like, fill us in on that one, Anna.
Yeah. Send us a message about that. Like, you kicked him out mid shower while he was showering, I believe is how you word it.
You just walk in and like,
Why?
hey man, you haven't paid your $6 for the hostel stay.
Right.
You got to leave right now.
Now.
Like,
Get out.
Get out.
Don't finish your shower and get out.
You were the one who shit on the seat, weren't you? You're just trying to clean it off.
And then use condoms from other staff members.
That's
which, like,
disgusting.
Yeah.
have either of you done a lot of hostel stays? I've never stayed in a
No.
hostel.
I've done a couple.
Yeah?
Yeah. And
The stories sound crazy. Like the used condoms by staff members thing, from everything I've heard of hostels, feels like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's wild though. Certain hostels are great because you have your own room, but most of the time it's like communal area. And then there's always that one person who is snoring their brains out and you don't get any sleep, or the one person's hooking up with another person in the hostel and you don't get any sleep, you know.
And then you join.
Maybe in some cases, I guess.
Have you ever been, here's a good question. Have you ever been propositioned for some sort of group sex thing? Like a couple's approached you and asked you to be a third or anything like that at all? No?
Yourself?
I've been propositioned as a third a couple times.
Okay.
And I feel like genuinely that happens to comics a lot.
Yeah.
Couples will
Why
go
do you
to
say
a
that?
comedy show. I think, I don't know. I feel like if you're in a relationship where that's your thing and that's what you're doing, right? It's got to be hard to meet another person. And it just seems to have, I know lots of comic friends who have had that specific thing. And I think it's because they go, that's their night out. They're looking to meet somebody. They see you on stage. You're talking, if you're single, you're usually talking about your relationship. So they have a good judge on like where you're at in your relationship. And then they kind of have a feel of if they like you or they don't like you. Like it's kind of like an icebreaker and like, what's this person like? And then, just a lot of comics get that proposition at the end of a show. So I've had that a couple times. And then one time, and I've told you about this, I was on a group trip to Mexico. There was like 40 of us and we were all staying at the same resort. And I was single and I was on this trip. And the next day, after the second or third night, I woke up and found out that like 9 people who were all on our group trip all had like an orgy together. And I was so offended that I didn't get invited. Like I was and I'm not even saying I would have went, but I was also single on that trip, hanging out with the same people, and they didn't invite me. And I was like, how did I get left out of this? Like you, like
the cut?
Yeah. There's 9 of you. I'm not like you didn't even think to ask.
Oh man.
You know?
Well, maybe it was like
it really hurt my feelings. I was
maybe it was like, don't invite the Nazi guy.
Richard Spencer's not going to come into this. But I remember genuinely having my feelings hurt, and I really don't think I would have done it anyways. But I was just really upset that they didn't at least ask. It really hurt
too.
Throw out the nice invite at least.
Right.
Complimentary.
Yeah. Like, hey, room 327 tonight.
So, lock the doors.
Yeah, there's gonna be a few of us if you want to stop by. That really hurt. But I still think back to
I can tell.
It's been how many years? 5, 6 years?
Yeah, at least that.
And I still think about it quite regularly. And I still talk to some of the people too. And it's just like, hey. Anyway.
Do you ever bring that up and be like, hey, so?
No, I've never brought it up with any of the people that were there. I feel like it was the type of situation where they didn't want people to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I don't think it was a thing that they do regularly. Although
Fair.
that whole community blows my mind. Like the swinging community, we've talked about it before on the air. And every time you bring up swingers on the radio, the phone line explodes with people who are swingers. And it's just, there's so many. And there's so many like misconceptions about it, I think. And like, I think that's part of the reason they call in, because they're just trying to explain exactly what that lifestyle is like. But it's wild how many people are participating in that. It kind of blows my mind.
And the little tricks, like you said.
Right.
Like they've got like, what is it? The garage door.
Yeah. Yeah.
3/4 closed.
Right. That's a sign that there's a swingers party going on there. Or it's
really?
like, there was one where like, this was in Calgary, like swingers in Calgary would meet at the grocery store. If you put a pineapple in the upper part of your cart, that was like a sign that you were a swinger. And if you saw another person like that, you could have a conversation about it.
Oh, I've done that before, but I didn't know that that's what that meant.
Were you getting weird looks?
Yeah, maybe.
There's like flamingo in the front yard, like those flamingo statues are sometimes apparently a sign that this is like a swinging house.
I could see how it could be mistaken all the time.
Yeah.
Like your garage door doesn't work. It only goes down three quarters of the way.
Or you're in there smoking weed and you just want it to air out, and then some guy who comes in a leather suit, like, and you're like, I'm high.
I'm here for the gangbang.
Oh my God.
I would love to interview a legit swinger. If you're a legit swinger, send us an email, tylerandlynch@gmail.com. I just find it a fascinating thing. Like, are these tricks the only way you meet people? Is there like a Tinder for swinging? There's
definitely.
There's got to be.
There's definitely
Is it Craigslist? Is that Craigslist? Is that what that is? I just want to know more. I want to know how it works. And if you were in that orgy in Mexico and you're watching this,
It's got hurt feelings.
yeah, you helped buy my therapist a Tesla, because that took a lot. I actually legit saw my therapist get into a Tesla the other day, and all I could think of was like, how much did I pay towards that Tesla?
You at least got them the upgrade for the seats.
Yeah. I was like, there's been a lot. Speaking of gross though, and like hostels, you sent a hotel or a hot tub story that can you read it? It's kind of sad. It's mind-boggling.
It is. And hot tubs, for me, I think they're gross.
All hot tubs?
Not all hot tubs, but most. Like I don't go into ones mostly at like hotels, like, you know, like the Holiday Inn hot tub.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't trust a Holiday Inn hot tub, but if I'm staying at like
And Fairmont and stuff,
Yeah, I
whatever,
feel like
they
I'm
clean
trusting the hot
those
tub.
regularly.
right,
So this young lady went to her friend's house for a hot tub party. They were in there for a while. She got out, went to bed, and woke up in the middle of the night just in extreme pain. And she was rushed to the hospital, and they found out that she had meningitis. And they're blaming it on the hot tub. And because of the meningitis and the blood disease or whatever that comes with it, she ended up having to get her leg amputated, her right leg, just below the knee, and then all the toes on her left foot.
from a hot tub.
From the hot tub.
No.
She lost her leg because of the hot tub. That's insane.
Right?
Yeah, that makes me never want to go into a hot tub ever again.
I know. And I've been in some gross hot tubs.
Yeah, especially There was a hot tub. There was a hot tub in my condo building in Toronto, and we used to go in it all the time, and just like clumps of hair floating up into like the bubbles. It was just gross. And I look back on it, and after hearing this, I'm like,
and that's what the doctor
makes me want to
said.
go like get a checkup right now. Just be like, hey, like I know it's been like a decade since I was in that hot tub, but can we just double check? Just do some blood work here, because I don't want to lose my leg. That is wild.
Yeah. The doctor said that hot tubs are a perfect breeding spot for bacteria.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's probably why she got it, is because they hadn't cleaned the hot tub.
That's the craziest part too, is it's just her friend. How bad does that friend feel?
Oh, God.
Yeah. You're like, my hot tub's so dirty, my friend lost her leg.
Like, you've got a lifetime of pushing your friend around in a wheelchair now because of that.
Right. You're
yeah.
throwing out that hot tub.
Yeah.
You're getting rid of it, right?
Deep clean at least.
Right. You're selling it on Craigslist. You're getting a new one.
Got free pickup.
Or maybe you never get a hot tub again. I feel like I'd be pretty scarred from hot tubs after watching my friend lose their leg from one.
Yeah.
Or do you just double down and just make fun of it? Oh, it's a killer hot tub party.
Oh no.
She doesn't have a leg, okay?
To stand on. Compared to this hot tub party.
Offensive. That is bad. That's bad.
It is bad.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to bring it up but it actually fits quite well to this. One of the first things on the list is acrotomophilia, which is arousal to amputees. So
Okay.
that's a specific fetish that person now fits. So
Put that in your Tinder profile? So offside. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I apologize. Man, what are we doing? Why are we doing this to this person?
Oh no.
So yeah, don't go in hot tubs. I guess that's the lesson.
Yeah.
Are we done with hot tubs?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost a
Disgusting.
leg.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of the last time I was in a hot tub. It would have been a hotel. I don't know anyone who has a hot tub. Oh, I stayed at the Park Vancouver, the fancy casino, the Marriott there. And they have a rooftop hot tub. And that was New Year's. Yeah. That's fine.
It didn't have that weird brown scum of the bubbles and stuff.
No, but like it's a pretty fancy hotel. I feel like I trust it.
Yeah.
But it felt weird to do it during COVID. You're like, how often are they switching this water?
Yeah, I'm surprised that they actually had that open then.
Yeah. It was like you had to book a time and like it could only be like you and your partner or you by yourself or whoever you're staying with in your room in it. That's it.
Because that makes it so much better.
Right. But then like someone's getting in after or something, and I'm like, they're not switching out the water, you know, like. Yeah. Does COVID go in the bubbles? Are these COVID bubbles?
Don't worry, we'll shock it really good.
Right. Yeah. Like, yeah, you're just swimming in chlorine. Like, it's just pure bleach. Anyways.
That's gross. That's
disgusting.
gross.
I'm sorry to that lady that lost her leg. That is sad and crazy and horrible. And she should have showered when she got out of the hot tub. That's the rule.
That's the main rule.
She clearly didn't do that. Right.
I have a friend who would shower in the hot tub.
Oh no.
He wouldn't shower at all. And then he'd be like, oh no, the hot tub, man. It's, it's water. It's got chlorine in it. I'm clean.
Like, no, you're not.
Yeah. No. It doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't work that way.
I like the rule that some people have where it's like you have to shower before and after the hot tub.
That's a good rule.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, 90% of people don't.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're not checking at the Holiday Inn.
No, of course they aren't.
Yeah. That's a minimum wage employee who is 22 years old and doesn't give a shit about the hot tub or your life.
Go in there if you want.
Yeah.
Somebody lost a leg last week, but whatever.
That's why they're like no more than 30 minutes. It has nothing to do with the heat. It's like if you're over 30, you're really risking your leg.
That bacteria is getting right in there.
All right, let's wrap this one up. Fun as always. Thank you very much for watching. Big thank you to Jim Bob John for the original music. Thank you to Jessica Wong for the graphics. Thank you to Comedy Here Often Podcast Network. What a network it is.
It's great.
Florida is on there. And many other great shows. Trent McClellan's The Generators is on there. Have you listened to Trent McClellan?
No, I haven't yet.
Trent McClellan is one of the nicest fellas. You may recognize his face from 22 Minutes. This hour is 22 Minutes. Stand-up comedian. He was a comedian in Calgary. I don't know if he's actually from Calgary. I'm not sure if he's originally from Calgary or not, but he was living there when we were there, and just was in the stand-up scene and was always very welcoming to me as like a new person and just very kind. And his podcast is great. So check that one out specifically, The Generators. Also, big thank you to producer Alexi for being here as always.
Thank you, Alexi.
And all the hard work you do. We appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Please, as always, rate, review, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just interaction with it in general helps. So if you don't like it, let us know. And send us an email, tylerandlynch@gmail.com. If you could beat Anna's disgusting hostel story, we'd love that.
Ugh.
I don't know how much worse you can get than shit on top of the toilet, but
yeah.
I have a story, but I'll save it for next episode.
Good tease. Good tease. All right. Make sure you write it down so we don't forget it. And Chad Kroger, we will see you soon.